What's up, guys? Tyler at RC Madness. Just doing a video today, painting a body. I don't claim to be a artist or anything like that, but I do get asked quite often how I paint bodies. I don't do any fancy airbrushing or anything like that. I just want to show you guys, just a basic spray paint job. That's all I do. Anything more than that, I have to send it out. My buddy Dean does all the airbrushing for us. But I do get asked how I do it, because I do paint quite a few bodies for customers. I usually just do one, maybe two colors, solid, I call it quick and dirty, just a spray bomb body. Just want to show you guys my process, what I use for tools and stuff like that. Just so you guys can spray paint stuff and see how I do it, answer some questions. Everybody's always asking me every time I'm painting a body. So anyway, today we're going to be painting this is just a regular tool drive buggy body. It's a new P2K B61 body, J Concepts. So this is definitely on the easier side of bodies. They do get more complicated and stuff like that, but wanted to keep it simple for the video. Go over tools I use, pair of nice curved Lexan scissors. You can pick those up pretty cheap, $5, $6, $7, different ones out there. Just yourself a quality body reamer. Ironically, today we're not going to be using this because the buggy bodies get velcroed on, but if you're doing pretty much anything else, you're going to be making holes. All this does is it allows you to make basically a perfect hole, much easier than a drill bit, and it's got the increments on the side so you can make matching holes on the body. So definitely grab one of those. You can usually buy these in a pack together. This one's a little bit nicer of a reamer. This one's a Racer's Edge one. I think these are like 25 bucks. Just a little heavier duty. Been using it a while. It's a good one. Set those there. And then to prep the body, most manufacturers will recommend that you wash it in soap and water beforehand. It's not a bad option. I just don't really do that here because our sinks are a little small and really makes a mess sometimes in the water and soap. And then I gotta wait for it to dry and stuff, and usually I'm trying to get stuff done in a decent, quick amount of time. So what I do is I have some, this is an electrical motor cleaner, basically just compressed alcohol. You can use like regular alcohol from like drugstore, stuff like that. I think it's isopropyl alcohol. Does the same thing. Just spray it on paper towel. I use that to wipe the inside of a body. I'll show you that in a minute. And then I grabbed a heat gun. I usually use this to either I use it to warm up the body. I use it to warm up the paint. Warm paint, you get a little more pressure. Usually sprays a little nicer. If you don't have a heat gun, a hair dryer works as well. And also you could put the paint in a bowl of warm water to warm it up. Not always a necessary step, but it doesn't hurt to do it while you're doing the prep work. And then the colors we're doing today, this is going to be a solid blue. This is a dark metallic blue, and then I'm going to be backing it with silver. I don't want to get too much into the colors, but I'll touch on it briefly. If you do any kind of candy color or metallic color, I usually recommend to back it with a silver or black, depending on if you want it darker or lighter. If you're doing like a fluorescent color, I usually recommend to back it with a base or solid white color to get the pop out of it. Basically, if you back it with a light color, the body looks lighter. You back it with a dark color, the body will look darker. Obviously, there's more to it than that, but I don't claim to be a real painter, so I'll let the airbrush guys explain that one more to you. So let's just get into it, and I'll probably speed up the video a little bit here and there, but let's start getting going. The J Concept bodies are kind of nice. They give you two wings too. You don't have to paint those. So pretty much any body you get will come with the window masks. Basically, you just put these in so we can make the buggy windows clear. J Concepts also gives you some stickers here. These are just a little bit of an extra touch there. Some guys like those. If you do other bodies, like if you're doing like a Proline short course body or anything like that, they usually give you like light stickers and maybe a grill. All the bodies are different. So first step, we're gonna go ahead and cut the body out. So pretty much any body will give you, I'm sure the camera can pick it up here, will give you trim lines to cut along. Kind of hard to see. I always trim it out first. Trim it out before I trim it out and mount it on the car before I paint anything. Reason being, it's much easier to mount a clear body because you can kind of see what's going on the inside, especially if you have to line up body mounts posts. Way easier to line up when the body is clear, obviously, because you can see through it where the body mounts are. And then another reason is if you cut it out after you paint it, when you're cutting along the edge, you tend to kind of scratch the paint on the inside and it doesn't look quite as good. And I've never had a problem with trimming and mounting it before I paint it, so that's what I continue to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this out. I'll speed through it and we'll go to the next step. All right, so I got it trimmed out. One thing I did forget to mention before was another useful tool is a Dremel with a sanding drum. Come in and clean up these edges with a drum you can do that too. Sometimes the scissors just can't quite get in the little spots, and a sanding drum will clean it up and make the edges look nice. Another thing is any sharper edges, I usually try to round them off the best I can. Sharp edges just tend to catch on things and can cause the body to rip. It's just easier if it's round. But yeah, so it's all trimmed out. This one was a pretty easy one to trim. So now I will put the window stickers in. These can be tricky. Just take your time. I usually try to start it in like a corner, as it tends to line up the rest of the sticker, but there's definitely an art to it. Just take your time, try to line it up best you can. Sometimes they don't line up perfect, don't sweat it. This window sticker there, I gotta put the side ones in. Probably cut back to when I got them all in. But yeah, just take your time with this process. If you are off a little bit, you know, you might be able to trim the mask with the X-Acto blade a little bit to kind of get the line you want. But from what I've noticed, if you're off a little bit, you don't really tend to notice it once the body's painted. I bet within a margin of error on that. But I'm gonna put the rest of these in and I'll be right back. Got all the window stickers in, looking good. Look at that, this one was off a little bit here, a little bit long, but nobody will notice. All right, so now we gotta do is clean the inside of the body. This just gets rid of any oil or like release agents or whatever they use from the manufacturer. If you don't clean it, you might be fine. If you, sometimes though, there's oil in it, and if you don't, the paint will start bubbling up in spots, and you'll get like a, I don't know what they call it, like a fisheye kind of look where it bubbles up, and it don't look too good. Cause the paint to run, yada yada. So that's why I usually use the alcohol, gets rid of the oil. I usually just spray some on my paper towel there. Don't want it to be dripping, don't want too much. And then just wipe it out. The alcohol is nice because it does get rid of all the oil, and it dries pretty much immediately, so I don't have to wait for the water to dry and get out of all the cracks and stuff. That's the only problem I have with that. It takes too long. I'm usually in a hurry, I'm not gonna lie. Just make sure you get in there pretty good. All right, so now we got all our prep work done. At this point, the inside of the body is cleaned out, so I would not touch it. Also, one thing I forgot to mention is probably want to wash your hands before you start all this. Just doesn't hurt to keep any dirt away. The less dirt, more clean, the better paint will stick. So now the inside is ready to go. So at this point, I'm gonna go hit it with one light coat of the blue. You want to just do light coats. If you go too heavy right off the gate, it can run and it won't look as good. So I just do one light coat, I'm gonna dry it with the heat gun, and I'll probably do a second coat with it, and then we're gonna back it with the silver. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the first coat with the blue, and we'll be right back. All right, so I hit it with the first coat of blue. As you can see, light coat, still very see-through. Don't worry about too much about the coverage being uneven and this and that. It'll even out in the end. So I'm probably gonna do, I might do 2 more coats. I'm not sure. I gotta see how the next coat covers. But that's what I'm talking about, just one light coat. Patience is key here. Don't try to just do it all at once. It'll just come out bad and it'll be time wasted anyway. So just take your time and do it. Another thing is, I forgot to bring up, make sure you guys use Lexan paint. If you just go to Home Depot and get regular Rust-Oleum paint, it'll probably stick initially, but as soon as the body flexes, when you hit something, it'll flake right off and look like crap. I see it all the time. People come in, they spend all this time on their body. They just got cheap Home Depot paint because they didn't want to pay the premium for polycarbonate paint, and the body they spent hours painting is now flaking apart. So just do yourself a favor, pay a little extra, get the poly paint. You'll thank me later for it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put another coat of blue. I dry it with the heat gun in between just to kind of speed up the process a little. You don't have to, you can just let it sit, but hair dryer, heat gun speeds it up a little bit, and I think it makes it stick a little better, to be honest, when the body's warm. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the next coat of blue and then move on to the silver. All right, I'm back with the second coat of blue done. Pretty happy with the way that coat came out. Really evened out. Like I said before, we are still pretty see-through. That's fine, don't worry about it. This is kind of the metallic blue. Keep it up here so you can see. This is metallic blue, so it's gonna be see-through, and that's why we have to back it with the silver. So now that we have a nice even coat of blue, I dried it in between with a heat gun. Like I said, it's perfectly dry now, and I was like, I don't know, it probably took me 2 minutes to throw that coat on there and dry it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and use the Indy Silver. That's Indy, yeah, Indy Silver to back it. Just a real solid color. It's got a little metal flake in it too, so it'll really bring out the metallic. You want to use colors that complement each other. It just makes the body look that much better. I've also done black with these, just straight metallic black to back it. That looks cool. It gives it a really dark blue. I'm just going a little lighter with this one. So feel free to play with colors like that. I do it all the time. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw the silver on there, and I'll be right back with the All right, so I've applied the silver on the inside. There we go. So now we are no longer see-through. So now it's completely solid. That was the Indy Silver. That was just one coat, so this is a pretty solid color. So it covers pretty well. Dried it with the heat gun, and all went well. We got no bubbling or anything. This blue came out real nice. Looks nice and metallic. So now, once you get all that done, I usually go ahead and peel the window stickers out. So we'll do that. If you got like a razor or something, the razor would help at this point. Sometimes it's hard to pick up the corner. So I'm gonna go ahead and take all these out. Take this one out, you guys can see. There we go, there's what the window mask is for. So now we get the clear window. The sticker you see on the front, there is what they call a protective film to protect from overspray. See, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but you kind of see all the, it's pretty bad there. See all the silver there? So that's all overspray from when I backed it. So basically, all these bodies have a film on it. Now make sure you take this off before you put your stickers on. Otherwise, you're gonna be peeling all your stickers off with it. See it happen all the time. So you just gotta start it. See, there it is there. There's your protective film. This is pretty much the last thing you usually peel off before you do the stickers. Stickers are always last. See, I peeled it up there. Got rid of our, now it's no overspray, just straight blue right there. So there's that side. And there's all the overspray on the film. And peel it off with it. And gets rid of your overspray. It also will make the color a lot brighter. The film kind of makes the colors look a little dull. So if you're painting, you know, metallics or fluorescent colors, they're gonna look a little dull until you peel it off. Especially sometimes they use the green film. I know J-Concept's lightweight bodies use a green film, and they really change the color quite a bit. So don't freak out too bad. So we got that peeled off, looking good. So I'm gonna go ahead and peel off the rest of the window stickers, and then this body is done. After you pull these off, you pretty much go ahead and apply whatever stickers you want to the outside. And then in this case, I will be putting Velcro on the inside here, to be mounted on the buggy chassis. This is going on a B6.1, but if you're doing a different kind of body, the body post hole should already be there, so it should be already just to slap it on and use it. So there we go. We're all cut out. Windows came out nice. Don't have any overspray. We got no runs. Blue came out really nice. It was deep metallic blue, Tamiya. Backed with Indy silver. That was Pactra, but Tamiya makes silver as well. So yeah, body came out great. Just want to show you guys how I do it. There's probably other methods to this. That's just how I've been doing it and seemed to be working well for me. As you see, the paint came out even and it stuck well. I don't claim to be a painter or anything. I just get asked quite often, so I figured I'd make the video about it. Let me know if you guys have any questions. As always, you can hit me up, rcmadness.com. We have RC Madness Facebook page. Feel free to message me there if you guys got any questions. Obviously, YouTube comments. Let me know what else you guys want to see. I don't mind doing tutorials or how to fix it. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.